We are live. Hi, Abby.
Hi, Sophie. Hi, everyone.
Hello, 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 hello.
Happy Monday.
It's happy Monday. All right. The question today is, are emotions useful or a hindrance?
Yeah.
Right. There was another part to the question, but I have now forgotten it and I didn't write it down.
What are emotions for? Are they useful or a hindrance?
What
I
are
have it
emotions?
here just in
Yeah.
case you have comments.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, um, I'm going to tell one on myself first.
Great.
For years, I despised my low-level emotions. Because I knew they were an expression of my survival, my unconsciousness, being trapped in the illusions. So I just didn't accept them. I just pushed them away, right? Until I discovered, don't be an imbecile and just look, because it's through the emotions that you will know what you have to give up, right? For all my students from 30 years where I say, oh, well, emotions are not that important, I apologize. Heard me say that long ago. I apologize. I have changed my mind. Which I am assured is a sign of intelligence. All right.
Yes.
So the first thing, Abby, to start with the emotion is, the more I engage on the spiritual path, the more I think that the opposite of love is fear. And many people think that the opposite of love is hatred. No, not at all. Right? Hatred is just the absence of love. It's not the opposite, but it's fear, right? So fear sends us into survival, and love allows us to be aligned with our soul. So I'm not even going to question if we have a soul or not, right? People that are listening to us need to resolve that for themselves. I have no doubt that I am my soul. I have an experience of my essence. I have an experience of how small my personality is, my human, compared to the immensity of my soul. I am my soul having a human experience. So when we have emotions that are uncomfortable, right? Anger, resentment, jealousy, judgment. When we judge, we have an experience in our body, right? Judgment is not an emotion, but it brings up an emotion. What are the low-level emotion? Embarrassment, shame,
Guilt.
apathy, right?
Guilt.
Guilt. Very well done. Guilt is a big one, right?
Big one. Yep.
Yeah. That is a sign that we're not working hand in hand with our soul. Right? So our soul is a source of our life, right? So it's a mothership, like Gary Zukav says, right? It's a mothership, and the human is a little boat in the sea, right? I love this image. He uses it all the time. By the way, if you don't know who Gary Zukav is, he wrote, he wrote Something of the Soul, and I recommend it highly. It's fantastic.
Do you want me to look, Sophie?
But they can look at Gary Zukav. There is a lot of YouTube videos. He's really great. I like it. I like him because he's very pragmatic.
Is it the seat of the soul?
That's right. The seat of the soul.
Great.
All right. So he used the image of the mothership, an enormous mothership, right, in the sea of the universe, and your human is a little boat, right? So if the little boat doesn't go in the same direction than the mothership, which you have a choice, you can go the other direction. You're going to have emotions that are not pleasant. And if you go in the same direction than the mothership, then you have emotions like love and gratitude and generosity and well-being.
I've never
Yeah.
heard that explained that way.
Yes,
So
it's
is
not.
that essentially resistance? Like anytime you're resisting?
Well, yeah, it's like throwing a tantrum, right? You know, because if your soul has sent you to a school to elevate yourself and
Hmm.
let go of everything other than love, right?
Yeah.
And you decide, no, 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 thank you very much. I know I went to school to learn love and be loved, but I'm going to do something else. It's like throwing a tantrum, right?
Cool. Thanks for the wisdom. I'll be over here.
No, I am not going in that direction.
It's funny. I have never thought of it that way, but that's so true.
I know. It was a delight when I heard that image. So, any emotion, low-level emotion that we listed, is actually a marvelous indication that you're not going in the direction of your soul,
Hmm.
right? And Abby, you know, the thing is, many of us always ask our guides, our soul, would you please help my human? Can I just get some help? Right? It's enough already. Can you send something my way? But the question
Hmm.
that I think it's much more profound is, how can my human serve my soul?
Hmm. Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if you think of your soul incarnating you,
Hmm.
right, as a human, this little boat, your soul has an intention. You need to serve your soul,
Hmm.
not the other way around.
Wow.
And when you don't serve your soul, well, then you're going to have the low level emotions. And
Wow.
you know,
That's powerful. So
the other uh, evidence nearly, proof nearly of what I say, right, is the human body. So I'm not a medical doctor, but many of you know that when you're unhappy, when you suffer, you don't sleep well, you eat too much, you smoke, you drink, you are anxious, you're not present, right? You can even go all the way to being sick,
mm-hmm.
right? And or create sickness, right? So your body will not function well. That's a sign that human beings are designed to be happy and to be well. Because when you are well, you sleep well and you're open and your hormones and all your biological system works beautifully. It's a sign, right? You can even see it on your face. You know, I've let go of so many suffering and stories and judgment. I'm mostly able to stay in the space of love nowadays, right? And I'm 62 years old, and people say, how do you not have much lines, right? But I think that's why,
Yeah.
because we carry everything on our face and our body, right?
Wow. Yes.
So emotions are very useful, very, very useful.
Absolutely.
So when you have an emotion, so when everything goes well and you're happy and you have great emotion, you're in great gratitude and generosity, just enjoy it. And when you have a low level emotion, look at what is the what is not aligned with your soul intention.
Hmm.
What is not aligned with your soul intention. So I was sharing with Abby before this call. I went on a walk yesterday with my neighbor, who has become a great friend. And we walk the dogs for an hour and a half, and then we go back to the car, and I lost the key of the car. And it's a very old car. I have only one key. So off we go again for an hour and a half. We walk everywhere. We look in the sand because, of course, we went to walk on the sea, on the beach. Okay, no car. So we have to call her husband, who has to go and get a car. and come and drive to us and then pick us up. And I'm getting so embarrassed. And as I get into the car, I give a last look to my very, very old car. And I see the keys of the car on the roof of the car. All right. Now you would think, right, that I would have had an emotion of relief and joy. And yes, my little 25-year-old car, I can still use it. Marvelous. Not at all. I started crying. The faces of my friend. What are you doing? I was mortified. Now, that's a very strange emotion to have, and embarrassment is a very uncomfortable emotion, right?
Yes.
So I looked, I've applied what I'm saying on that call, right? On this call, I said, well, how come instead of celebrating the fact that I have such good friends, that they do all that for me, that they share that with me, that they're ready to help, and that I find the key, or that looking at the turquoise blue sea in a beautiful country on a Sunday where I didn't miss any appointment, instead of celebrating, I'm bawling my eyes out. I mean, not really, but I really cried. And well, sure enough, right? When I was 2 years old, I decided the way I will survive life was on my own. I would stay away from people, never ask them for anything, ever. So I'm a do it by myself kind of girl. And in spite of all the work I have done, in that moment yesterday, I had an attack of the past. Wow. The fact that people were contributing to me reactivated my ego. Why? Because they can't be nice to me. They cannot contribute to me. Otherwise, that mechanism of being the strong one that can do it by herself is going to be redundant.
Wow.
Right?
Powerful.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is a reason why I moved to this island, right, to Minorca, is to learn to be in a community and give and take.
Wow.
Right? So that's my next level in elevating in my relationship with people in everyday life.
Wow. That is really beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah, go ahead.
Would you say, Sophie, based on that specific story, that life always serves you opportunities to kind of grow and evolve into your soul space? Because that you can see, like, from the outside, it might be easy to say, oh, haha, what a cute story, and la la la. And but for you, that was like, that's coming right up against something that's very deeply ingrained in you, right?
Yeah,
So
well, it is not going in the direction of my mothership, right? So you could say that my essence, Abby, is like innocence. It's difficult to put a word to the essence, right? But it's like innocence, you know, the innocence of a child, or purity, if you want, like pure love, truly pure, right? So that's the essence of my soul. Well, if my human goes, I do it by myself and I don't take any contribution from anywhere, I don't let anybody contribute to me, that doesn't go in the same direction.
right. Wow.
Hence the embarrassment. And the moment I saw it, I told my friends. And they were so cute. I mean, they came back today, they took the key of my car, they went to see if they could make a spare, and, you know, and today I handed the key for him to go and do it with no embarrassment.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's really how you know that you're evolving and moving towards your soul space, is that emotion of humiliation or embarrassment was no longer present in that situation.
That's right. Then I am serving my soul.
Wow.
Right? I'm going in the direction of the mothership.
Wow.
So I have gotten to love emotions as the easiest register to know if you're aligned with your soul or not.
Yes, I love that. Wow. I think, I forget who calls it this, but someone, I don't know if it's Byron Katie or something, someone calls emotions the temple bell. It's the temple bell to tell you, oh, it's time to realign. Oh, it's time to realign. And I think that's a lovely way of thinking about it. It also puts a bit of a, which maybe Sophie, you could talk about this a little, which you kind of have, but it also puts a bit of a gap, right, between your emotions and your soul. So how do we go about like creating enough of a gap to notice when we're playing into those emotions and when we need to move?
Abby, awareness is the ultimate power. Just stop the denial. And when you feel really bad, just tell the truth about it. Instead of saying, how are you? Fine. Right? Do you remember the conversation we had last week? You were in a dark place and I kept saying to you, okay, it's really, and you keep saying to me, no, but I'm really fine. I wanted to strangle you. I said, what do you mean you're really fine? You just told me you were feeling bad. You cannot feel bad and be fine at the same time.
Yeah, which is it?
Yeah, tell the truth without identifying with the emotion, but really letting yourself experience, because then if feeling unwell is a sign that you're not aligned, go and get some support from somebody you trust, right? So if you can't do it by yourself, just say, okay, I feel that way. And it's not a reflection of reality. So let me see what side of my personality, of my character, of my ego, I need to distinguish and give up so that I go back to feeling well. And the last thing I want to say is that's why I started the call with love or fear, right? Yesterday, I was in fear of letting people contribute to me.
Wow.
When I go back to love, well, in love, of course, everybody's going to contribute and you're going to contribute back, right?
Oh, how lovely.
Yeah. I wanted to say something else, but it's gone.
Oh. I was just wondering if it might come back, but that was lovely, Sophie. That was a beautiful tie up for the call.
Yeah.
Let me just see while we're waiting to see if anything arises, if we have any comments here. Everyone, you're always welcome to join the conversation in the comments beneath.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
That's what I wanted to finish.
And
and
then
then
yes.
What I wanted to say is you do not have to feel bad for a long time. You really do not have to. It is not what is expected of being a human. Isn't that delicious?
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it really is.
I think there's an opposing, like the culture kind of, you think that you need to just, wallow in things. Yeah, suffer. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mostly just comments, no questions, but Taya, thank you for being here. And Elizabeth, Kaneka, thank you all for being here and participating in this conversation.
Oh, it's so nice that we have a hello from people.
Yeah, all it's so nice. Thank you for being present with us.
We love you, love you, love you. And to remind you, we have now the mentoring coaching call on Thursday, right?
Yes, please join us, everyone. We have this coming Thursday, Sophie is offering 1 hour free coaching call.
1 hour or 1 hour and a half, Abby, depends on the question people will have. They can come and go, but you come with your personal questions. It will not be recorded so that your intimacy is respected. Everybody needs to have the video on, no hidden people, because it's going to be intimate. And come and ask your questions, and I will give you the fruit of all my years of experience, not having the truth, but maybe opening a door for you, and then you will take what is useful for you. I know. Okay, so come and join us. The more the
link. Yes, the more the merrier. And share it, please. Like share it amongst your friends and family. Share it. The more the merrier, truly.
All right, Abby, I always love those calls with you, darling.
Thank you, Sophie. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Love you.
Thank you, everyone. Love you. Have a great day.